The key is to take less punishment. Keep a motherfucker on the outside as much as possible. Because remember, you got a lot of fighters, all they know is just fighting the inside. That's all they know is fighting the inside. You're gonna be a versatile fighter where you can beat them in the inside and outside. Because some fights, less punishment, the less punishment you take, the longer you last in the sport. Because, you know, I was in this shit 21 years. So you're gonna be okay because you got the skills. And at the end of the day, as you get older, the power gonna come. You young.
次は左フックミニアッパーのカウンターを、行いたいと思います。これは井上選手の一番得意としているカウンターパンチなので、まず右ストレートを左フックで相手のバランスを崩して右アッパー、この左フックで、右アッパーを打ちやすい体勢に持っていくというのがコツになります。さあチャレンジャーの決断を避けながら、左フックで自分の打ちやすい体勢に持っていく、ここが一番大事です。井上選手見れば分かるように、この左フックを回した時、この腰、肩、この体勢ですね、常に右アッパーをもうまっすぐ強く打っていける体勢、ここが大事ですので、ぜひ、やってください。以上です。
対策をしっかりしていますね。なるほど。
Back, I show you how you have to stand in the first place. Very simple way: put your feet together, then move to this direction. That's how you're gonna stand in front of the back. Position is right, and then you can start throwing the punches. Again, nail the punch. When you're gonna throw the punch, make sure that your arm is straight on, from the shoulder right to the knuckle, in a straight line, no weak links at all. If you bend in some place, it's the damage gonna be. And if you bend in the elbow, your elbow gonna be sore. If you're doing some bend in the wrist, gonna be sore there. And make sure that your arm is straight on. Every combination starts with a front jab. Very simple punch, but you need to do it correctly. Your positioning, which you already showed before, and then you're gonna transfer your weight from the back feet to the front and throw the punch. Simple.
I think today, you know, sometimes the media make it seem like not getting hit is like a bad word. Like, oh, you got to take two to get one. It's like, nah, that's not the school that I came from. Like, we came from hitting and not getting hit. And it doesn't mean that, like, if anybody's watched my fights, like, I don't mind getting there, getting rough, but I don't want to give you any free shots. Like, I'm not going to give you free shots. And that's just the school that I've come from. And we said drill, drill, drill so many times in this conversation. But again, it goes back to drilling, you know, just not being mindless, not just throwing 1, 2, 3. Well, that pause right there means you may be getting hit. Like something's coming back. So you can work on boom, 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 ha, ha, boom, 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 ha, ha. Always just, you know, just telling yourself that something's coming back. And maybe it doesn't. But when it does, it's ingrained in you. You know, it's in your DNA now just to punch and not run, not.
WBO Superweight Champion of the world. And I'm going to show you how to throw a combination. Obviously, depend on the opponent I box. Obviously, me being a southpaw left-handed, I try and get away from the right-handed right hand. So my idea for me is to always move to my right. So when they throw in their jab, always I move this way, counter with the right hand. And that's how it puts me in a good position. So I always move this way. And the orthodox guy tries to move that way to catch me with the right hand. So I'm always trying to move this way like this.
Technically have taken account for touching down earlier on.
My right hand out a bit out like this as well. So I can just feint, parry the jab. I come over the top again like that, and it comes open to the left hand.
Here Calzaghe on points because he is sorting. Well, good skills.
It's my favourite. Another favourite one is feint with the jab. Look as if I'm going to throw the body, then bang over the left hand. Knocked plenty of guys out with that punch. Favourite shot. Against Mario Vite, I work the street and just keep looking at the body and bang over the top. But listen, my biggest strength is probably my hand speed. You know, speed and time is what knocks fighters out. what I do a lot is try and confuse fighters by you throwing a lot of punches, maybe half a dozen up the quick shots like this, and then I'll set them up as they cover up and get a bit flustered. I can see openings there, maybe right the body or a big uppercut or big right arm, big left hook. So that's basically what I do. And I throw a lot of punches, but you know, sometimes they may look like slaps as they've been, but they're not, believe me. They are very confusing. And
It's all about rhythm. So what are you going to do to find yours? Typically, when you're in front of your opponent, it's easy to stand in front of him until you feel like he's posing a threat to react. But the truth is, your body should be in constant motion when working in front of your opponent. Meaning head movement, slight head movement, constant foot movement, and measuring with the jab or shooting it. So when you're in front of your opponent, he can never guess where you're coming from next. So when it's time, you shoot a couple shots, you start to find your rhythm. Pop! Pop! That in turn will win you each round as they come. And continue to execute. And by the end of the fight, your hand is going to be raised.
Kelly the Ghost Pavlik.
How to deal with good head movement. When a guy has good head movement, don't aim at the head. It's pretty obvious, right? So usually when a guy is slipping, you'll catch on after a couple seconds, or some guys maybe a couple rounds. You'll start getting his rhythm down, you'll start getting his head movement down. So start throwing at where the target's going to be. If you see him on certain punches, maybe start feinting a lot. If he moves a certain way, throw your punch at where he's going to be. Just like a quarterback when he hits a receiver on a route. You don't throw it right to the receiver, he throws it to where the receiver ends the route. And that's kind of the same thing with somebody that got good head movement. If they're ducking under a lot, start throwing your punch at the chest. If they're moving, slipping to their left on a certain punch, put your punch out there to the left and let them move into it. Good question was, when is the best time to throw an uppercut? You have to know. Usually an uppercut is set up. So if we're fighting and he's just staying like that the entire time and he's jabbing, don't throw an uppercut, because when you throw an uppercut, it leaves you wide open. There's no real need to throw an uppercut when somebody's in an upright position. So the best time is if he's bobbing and weaving, I'm going to keep throwing my jab at him, and then I'm going to time it and throw an uppercut when he ducks down right into the uppercut. Or if we're on the inside and he's just laying in, yeah, boom, I can throw uppercuts at that point. There's nothing wrong.
Vasily Lomachenko.
Берете руку,
You take his hand,
тянете вниз,
pull down,
и в это время бьете.
and at the same time you make it.
То же самое с этой стороны.
Same thing, do same thing.
Дергаешь вниз, и отсюда бьешь. Это
Take it down. The guy who comes the long reach and pulls the front hand in front.
то же самое. Вы ставите руку сверху,
And you put your hand on top of it,
в районе пальца.
somewhere about like where is the you can pull, you can flip the thumb.
Делаете просто руку, убираете в сторону, и в это время бьете. Это подбиваешь вверх и бьешь корпус.
Or you can do that hand straight punch into the body.
Сначала несколько раз ты делал вот это, потом
Then you kind of like try to trick him. Punch with the head.
The executioner.
Do the fakes, it's hands down. His hands down. It's like this. And it's like this. You're taking his hand and doing this, and the guy normally reacts to it, and he'll react to it, and then you touch him again, you touch him.
So it's almost like you're fake stepping. You're trying to get the guy to come in.
Well, the measurement, the jab is not actually the jab in your hand. He made the jab at feet. It's getting in position. This is only to keep you uncomfortable and get in position. But if you see how this is called the grasshopper, because you look at a grasshopper's leg, it's bent, right? So you got this bent, and you got this here, and this is basically distracting you. But I'm really getting in position with this, I'm creeping. But this here got you blinded. You don't see the feet or the feet moving towards you. Everybody knows, because you got the left hand down, and you got here. Nobody facing do this. On the street, we used to do this. Yeah, come on, come on. But in boxing, if we're gonna like try to fake you out, we do this.
You know what I mean? We do this. You know what I mean? If anything, we might do this like that, but that's only to show off most of the time. But many times we do this, we get up in your face and we do this, and we do this. But a lot of it is not a lot of different moves and giving fakes. I make different moves. Guys like Floyd, guys like Roy, when he was in his prime, like we knew how to do other things and just do this. Like the average giving you those fakes is this. You know what I mean? But you don't do these things just to do them. What's the purpose of doing them? A guy just looking at you, he ain't reacting to it. You do fakes on certain fighters that you know that they react to it. And they might react to it about every time you do something, they doing this, and then boom, you go. You know what I mean? Or then you just go without fake.
It's like a little fake pop.
You ever see guys go to the body, but then they go with the right hand, but it's a fake. So you do a tag, fake to the body, right hand to the head.
Okay.
Or fake to the body, left hand to the head. You can do whatever you want to do once you fake a guy.
Super Judah!
Bring your body into it. That's how you get a punch it into it. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You see how much extension you get? It's more extension on it. Like, boom. Boom. You see that? It's like, rather than going 1, 2. Right here. Boom. I go, boom. And I'm out of range. I'm good distance. Right here. Boom. Boom. Boom.